Hello, welcome to Passive Income Strategies. My name is Walter Meyer. I'm your host. It's always good to learn how to apply the principles of money, learning how money works, how to get money to work for you. And this is what we talk about. So, can you imagine being part of an industry where you get paid to travel? Everyone likes to travel. That's the best part is you get paid to travel and your money's working for you. So, let me introduce you to Sean and he will introduce you to our guest speaker.
When you want to keep succeeding and do whatever you want to take, you have to follow somebody and find somebody that you can absolutely trust. Mr. Spencer Iverson, he has experience that will blow your guys' socks off. The information that he puts out is next to none. He comes down to whatever level that you're at. He teaches you how to fix what's in between your ears. I'm absolutely honored to be able to introduce Spencer. Mr. Spencer Iverson, the floor is yours, buddy.
Thank you so much. First, to my brother Sean, thank you for that great introduction. I've been working with Sean now for almost going on 2 years, and he has become a dear friend of mine. He is in my masterclass. I'll tell you all more about that as we go. I see another dear friend of ours on the line, Miss Kathy Carlson. Kathy, hi, it's good to see you on the line. She is also enrolled in the Worthy of Millions masterclass. So I'm glad to be here on tonight. I'm excited about what is happening. I had a privilege of a few hours ago meeting Walter Meyer and his knowledge of the industry. His passion for helping people was obvious, the successes that he's already had. And we had a great conversation. And so I'm going to share with you all on this evening, as we go, a little bit more about my background and why I think this call will be not only informational, but entertaining and hopefully for some of you, even educational. I'm going to share a few more things about my background. And this is not to brag, it's not to impress you, but it is to impress upon you that I know a little bit about what I'm talking about in the home-based business space. I've been in the home-based business industry for now 30 years. I am an attorney by trade. I got my first patent when I was 25. I did my undergraduate studies at Georgia Tech University. I took my first company public when I was 25 years old. I represented some of the biggest names in sports. Someone introduced me to the home-based business industry. I had a mentor. I had a coach. That's another point that's critically important. We'll touch on that in a moment. And we began to make millions of dollars through his mentorship and coaching. We set records in the industry. I transitioned from being a distributor and I went into ownership. I have now owned 4 different home-based businesses. I own my 4th one now, but the first one that I launched was called Inspire. We set an industry record where we enrolled over 73,000 people the first 30 days. I took another company from concept to scale to sale. We enrolled 53,000 people in the first 30 days of that project. And now I am one of the co-owners of Elysian Voyages, which is a travel project that's B2B, has nothing to do with what we're going to talk about on today. And then my other wealth building activity, I'm in the commodity space where I have 2 partners out of Singapore, where we do high volume gold, fuel, and cryptocurrency transactions. So I've authored 3 books about the home-based business space and entrepreneurship. I have CD series. I'm dating myself. We don't do CDs anymore, but they're MP3 now, MP3 CDs. So I have a wealth of knowledge to help people understand the highs and lows of this space. I have just about seen it all. I do high-level consulting for network marketing companies. And just to be transparent with you all, I'm a little frustrated with the industry right now. Here's why. There are way too many get rich quick, do nothing, don't recruit anybody, just put your money here and watch your money grow. There's just so many projects and programs out there like that the industry that we're in today, I really don't recognize as the industry I fell in love with 30 years ago. The industry that I fell in love with 30 years ago was as much about the product and service as it was about personal development and edification. The industry made me feel fantastic about learning, about growing. Even if I wasn't making money in the compensation plan, I felt like I was growing. I felt like I was learning something. I was learning skills that I could use outside of the confines of that particular company that sold a product or service. And I'm a little hurt today by what I see in this, very little research, man, just throw money at something. And I stumbled on the travel industry over 17 years ago, and I fell in love with the travel space. Here's why, because that's what we're going to talk about briefly on tonight. Number one, I have nothing to sell you all on tonight. So everybody just kind of relax, take a deep breath. I am not a salesman. And that's one of the reasons why I love travel. You can't sell travel. It's literally impossible to sell travel. Why do I say that? Because people are going to travel. They're going to travel anyway, whether they meet me or not. Whether they know me or not, people are going to go on holiday. They're going to go on vacation. They're going to go see a loved one, a date. They're going to see someone and they're going to go take a trip. So I can't sell you something you're going to do anyway. The other reason I love travel was because travel was safe. It's the only product or service I've been involved in that I can absolutely guarantee. Here's the one thing on tonight that I will guarantee everyone. And I don't like making guarantees, but I guarantee you this is going to happen on tonight. I guarantee you that on tonight, the worst thing that can happen for anybody on this line is that you're going to save money on your travel. Now, yes, there's a compensation plan, and I'll touch on that, but anything that happens above and beyond that is really up to how much time, energy, and effort, how coachable and teachable you are, a number of factors. But as it relates to the product and the membership itself, I guarantee you that the one thing that will happen is that you will save money on your travel. Why is that even important? Here's why. This industry is also known as relationship marketing, which means that the biggest commodity that each one of you has, the strongest leverage you have, is your relationship. When I got started in this industry, I was an attorney. Why would an attorney making the kind of money I was making out of law school get involved in the home-based business space? I'll tell you why. Because I was looking for two things. I was looking for financial freedom and time freedom. And I did not find that. I knew I was not going to find that practicing law. I enjoyed the practice of law, but I saw the lifestyle of the senior partners, and they were coming in on Saturdays, doing double time on Sundays. And I was 23, they were 63. I'm like, yeah, I don't want no parts of that. There's got to be a better way. So I was able to divest myself of my ego. Hello, somebody. I was able to divest myself of my ego of being an attorney. I was just looking for the door to financial freedom. And thank God I found this space. Thank God I found a mentor who coached me, and I was able to listen. And he coached me from 4 figures a month to 5 figures a month. And I found another mentor who showed me how to go from 5 figures to 6 figures a month in this industry. As a builder, now I'm in a space where we're talking 7 figures a day. But I had coaches and mentors all along the way. So wherever you find yourself on today, I just want you to relax. We have a great time talking about the number one industry in the world. And let me tell you about timing. I listened to a podcast today that gave us this statistic, that there are now more people, and this is the first time in North American history, there are more people 60 years and older than 16 years and younger in North America. And the question was on the podcast, who is servicing that market? Thanks to the baby boomers. And can you take a wild guess as to a product or service that would really be enlightening or of interest to someone who might be 55, 60 years older? Take a wild guess. Travel. Who has more discretionary income to do just that? Someone 16 or someone 60 or above? Wild guess, right? 60 or above. So we actually are sitting in a sweet spot in a number of different ways. I was introduced to this company in September of 2025. I got a random call. Well, it wasn't random. I got a call from my partner, Jonathan Green, who says, hey, look, somebody wants to talk to you. And long story short, it was a gentleman I actually mentored years ago when I was the executive VP of business development for a travel company. He is now the number one money earner in the world in the travel company you're about to see. His name is Ilyan. Ilyan does about $300,000 a month in this project. Here's what you should get excited about, not the income, but the timing. Guys, I've written books on the hallmarks, the things you should look for when you're vetting a home-based project. One of them is the timing window. I've seen average people become above average income earners simply because they took advantage of the right window of time. This company built its size to 45,000 people over a 12-year, 13-year time frame and did not have one single footprint in all of North America, Canada and the United States. So they had a board meeting. Someone says, hey, listen, we are now ready to go into North America. Who can help us? Ilian raised his hand and said, if we're going to do this at all, there's one person in North America who knows travel and earning big money better than anybody. It's Spencer Iverson. I got that phone call. I was not interested in building, but I said I would consult with them. They flew me down to Miami. I met with the executive team. I did a 90-day consulting job for this company. And I was so impressed and blown away by what I saw that I do have a position, because even with the company that I own, I have not seen a better travel membership club than the one I'm going to show you. So let's get started. This is not a long presentation at all. And I'm going to do something I very rarely do. I'm going to take questions. I'll take a handful of questions at the end. Okay. A lot of times we have, 300-400 people on the Zoom, but tonight what I'll do is because of Walter and because of my friend Sean and my friend Kathy, who's on, and she's also an NWR Life, I will share with you. I'll take a handful of questions as well. So let me share my screen and let's have some fun looking at the wonderful world of travel. This is what your, let me move this window out of the way. All right. This is our product. Our product is called Travel Advantage. And this is what your website looks like. This is what your travel membership looks like. It looks just like your Expedia's, Booking.com, Hotels.com. There's nothing new. And you'll see on the very face of the website, I'm going to highlight a couple of things. We have access to hotels, flights, rental cars, life experiences, transfers, cruises. Here's the More button. If I click on that More button, you'll see we have a lifestyle mall, getaways, ground transportation, long-term stays like Airbnbs and Verbos, tickets, flash deals, all kinds of stuff. So there's even more available. Up here, you'll see loyalty points. I'll explain what that means. You'll see travel credits. I'll explain what that means. But here's something that you likely have never seen before. It is the AI Trip Planner. I'm super excited to do a demo of that very quickly for you as well. As we scroll down, we have some specials available where you can go to a boot camp. That's a training that we do worldwide. This one is happening in North America in Phoenix, Arizona. I'm a big time golfer, so I would love to go to Phoenix. And you can apply 300 loyalty points. Again, I'll share with you what that means, to knock that price down to $5.99 per person. Maybe you want to go to Playa del Carmen. It's $8.99 per person, includes all kinds of things. You can actually apply 350 loyalty points, knocking that down even further into the 500s. Maybe you want to go on this mega life experience to Dubai, trip 3.0. Guys, listen, if you can apply 300 points to that to take this trip, 5 nights, 4 days for $199. Guys, we have all kinds of trips. We have a membership feed that gives you real life testimonials of people taking real trips using the membership. But let's do what's called a test drive. When I tell you that there's not another travel membership club anywhere that will beat our prices on hotels and resorts, that's not me being emotional. That's not me trying to sell you anything. It's in writing. We'll scroll down to the bottom here and we put it in writing. We have a 150% best price guarantee. If you find a hotel or resort at a better price anywhere on the internet, then we will refund you 150% of the difference. And we are not in the rebate business. That is not our business model. So we check and scour our prices every single day. We have an algorithm and we own 100% of the technology that you're going to see. This is not a white label service. And for some of you, you'll understand the significance of that. The company that I own right now, Elysian Voyages, it's a white label service. We pay a third party to provide our travel benefits. We own 100% of this technology. Let's take a fictitious trip. Let's take a trip real quick. Let's go to one of my favorite places. I've only been once, but I'm trying to go again later this year. Let's pretend that we're going to go to Costa Rica by way of example. Raise your hand if anybody here in the chat has been to Costa Rica. Put a 7 in the chat box if you've been to Costa Rica, and you can confirm that Costa Rica is absolutely beautiful. We're going to go, let's go about a month out, and let's include a weekend. Let's go a Thursday through Tuesday. We're going to go 6 days, Thursday through Tuesday. You all help me remember that because we're going to go to a competing website and do a search, right? 2 adults, 1 room. We're going to do a search, and our search engine is now scouring using our algorithm. We're scouring our inventory around the world to find the best prices on hotels and resorts in beautiful Costa Rica. Now, we do understand, guys, that the age of the travel agent and travel agency is over. Raise your hand if you've gone to a travel agency recently. Raise your hand. That was a trick question. Don't raise your hand. Nobody's been to a travel agency recently. We do online searches, right? So one of the things I love about our booking engine, just like every other one, is that you can filter. You can run filters. So here's what I do, right? I am not going to Costa Rica and staying at a hotel or that has a color or number in its name. I am not staying at any Motel 6s or Red Roof Inns, okay? I am going to enjoy my vacation. So you can sort by biggest percent savings, biggest dollar amounts. Now, I like to sort mine by star ratings. I don't stay at 1 and 2 stars. When I leave this country, I am staying at 5 and 4 star properties. So I'm going to set mine for 5 and 4 stars. Now listen, guys, look, whatever works for you, you might be a 1 star, 2 star person. Look, that might be you. But for me, when I leave, I want to stay at a 4 or 5 star property. And you can see some examples here as it's filtered. The Barcelo San Jose, the regular price. Now this is dynamic pricing, meaning you may come back to this site, to your site, an hour from now, and the pricing around the world has changed, and this will change dynamically with the pricing that's available in other places. The regular price for this 6-night stay is $1,164. As members, we get a $458 discount. Our total with tax, $706. Hotel Palma Real, regularly $729, $272. Just to keep the presentation brief, again, you can scroll. There's over 76 properties it's found. We'll stay with the Barcelo. I know the Barcelo is a pretty popular spot. When you take this trip, it says you will earn 775 travel credits. Now, our travel credits work like this. They're worth roughly 10% of the total. So that's roughly worth $7.75. But as your travel credits increase, as you go through your membership experience with MWR Life, you can apply more and more travel credits when it's prompting you to, if you choose to. So now I'm going to go in and I'm going to select a room. I'm going to select a room. And you all help me remember this because we're going for 6 days. And I want to make sure that we're comparing apples to apples when we go to one of the highly advertised competitor sites. Here it tells you a little bit about the properties. It is now continuing to search the inventory. Here we go. I like all-inclusive resorts when I travel. Here's one with breakfast included, standard bed, $806. Okay, again, for the sake of time, I'm going to choose that room. Y'all remember that price, $806 standard bed, breakfast included, and we went June 11th through the 16th. Now, let's go to a very popular site. We're going to go to Expedia.com. Guys, you can choose any site, Booking.com, Hotels.com, Trivago, wherever you normally go. But for the sake of, I'm pretty sure everywhere, even including in Canada, you guys have familiarity with Expedia. We're going to put in Cancun. And we're going to go to same dates. We went June 11th through the 16th. To travelers, let's do a search. So Expedia is doing its own search. And since we know from our search with our product, Travel Advantage, we stayed at the Barcelo. Okay, thank you. All right.
Did you mean to type Costa Rica?
Oh, what did I put? I put Cancun. Thank you so much. I want to go to Cancun too, but let's go to Costa Rica first. Costa Rica. Thank you. All right, Costa Rica. There we go. 11th through the 16th, and let's do that search. And we're going to do the Barcelo. Which Barcelo did I choose? There's a bunch of them. We're at the Barcelo. Let's see, which Barcelo are we at? Barcelo San Jose. Okay. Let's make sure we're at the same hotel. I want to compare apples to apples. Barcelo San Jose. And we're going to choose our room. And let's make sure we get the same room type. Now, what I've also learned is that different hotels may call the room something different. For example, they may say it's a superior room, but I like to read the description because the description will say standard bed, queen size bed. So it may call it something else, but when you look at it, it is actually the same thing. So let's see what they have here. Superior room, 1 king or 2 double beds. We want to make sure that it includes breakfast. Let's look at more details here. Okay. Parking, free transportation, doesn't say anything about breakfast here. Here's a premium suite. We don't have a suite. Here's a premium room, 1 king bed. It does not have one that shows with breakfast, which actually is one of our benefits. But let's look at this. Here are the rooms that they have available. We don't have a suite, so we'll go with the superior room. This one does not include breakfast, and it is $1,047 total. On our site, that same type of room with breakfast is $806, guys. Or even if we went down a bit for breakfast here with a better room, standard bed, $1,117. $806 is the comp on a hotel on Expedia that is over $1,000. So not only are you getting a better staying experience, you're getting it at a better price. And we can do this all day. You can get on Walter's site, you can go on Sean's site, and you can, maybe your favorite trip is Dubai. Maybe you've always wanted to go to Monte Carlo. Guys, you can do this all day. And when I first looked at, from a consulting standpoint, we did 10 searches, and we compared 10 searches with Travel Advantage with 10 searches from Elysian Voyages, my company. They beat us 8 out of 10 times. That's when I knew, at least from a product standpoint, the product absolutely works. And what did I say earlier? This whole industry of relationship marketing is about your credibility. I'm working with professional athletes. I'm working with, multi-millionaires and billionaires in the commodity space. And you know what they love to do? They love to save money. But my word has to be my bond when I'm giving them these examples. And so that's an example of what happens on the searches. But here's the thing. Maybe you've never been to Costa Rica before. And see, what I can do now is go to AI Trip Planner. That stands for artificial intelligence. Everyone here understands, or should understand, that the world now, the biggest buzzword anywhere in the industry is artificial intelligence. If you're not using AI, it is just a moment of time before AI somehow, some way has to permeate your life. We're going to Costa Rica. We've never been before, and we're going to have our AI Trip Planner help us plan our trip to Costa Rica. We're going to go let's get our dates, June the 11th through the 16th. We're going to go these 6 days. We're going to click on next. It's going to ask us a few questions, right? Are you going, Spencer, by yourself? Which would be weird. I'm going to find a partner, okay? And we're going to go next. What's your budget? Now, I told you all, I'm not going to stay at a 1-star property in Costa Rica, but I'm not going to stay at the Four Seasons, I guess, either. I'm going to choose a medium budget, okay? I'm going to click on next. It's asking me to load more. I'm going to choose at least 5 categories that excite me, on my trip to Costa Rica. So for me, I want to do, Costa Rica is all about ecotourism. So I want to take an eco tour. I love the deep sea fish. So I'm gonna see if they've got anything with extreme sports and water tours, maybe nature and wildlife tour. And I like cattle. I like zip lining too. I'm gonna do zip lining. Okay, I want to experience. All right. So you can choose more, but I've chosen these 5. I'm gonna click on next. So what's happening now is artificial intelligence is taking over. And what used to take a travel agent, a traditional brick and mortar travel agency, someone sitting at a desk, by the time you've called Michelle and described to her the dates you're going and the things you want to do on your trip, and she tries to call someone, they're not in, I'll call back later, it will take them a week to try to put something together for you. Before I could even finish the description, artificial intelligence has put together an entire itinerary tailored just for you. Maybe you haven't chosen your hotel yet, so it gives you some hotel options. Maybe you haven't booked your flight yet, so it's giving you some flight options as well. Now, let me pause. Guys, listen, I want to be very transparent about this. In this membership, and any other membership you consider for travel, there are no discounts on flights. It doesn't exist anymore, guys. I mean, Spirit Airlines just went out of business and it was a budget airline carrier. I mean, now it's really, you can't even get a flight with Spirit anymore. So there are no discounts on flights. Now, there will be times when you are prompted, would you like to use some of your travel credits to get some of your flights down to a lower price? But I just want to caution you guys, so I usually always book my hotels and my resorts here. But if I find a cheaper flight on another site, I will book the cheaper flight on another site, just FYI. But look at this itinerary that is put together for us in a matter of seconds. Day one is your arrival. And understand, these are hyperlinks. So you can click on these links. It will take you directly to the website where you can book this particular amenity or excursion. It's $6 a person, and it will even give you a trip guide showing you how far it takes you to go from point A to point B. Let's see what it has for us for day number 2. Manuel Antonio guided tour, $52 if you want to, and it describes for you what you can do. If you want to, the charter, the transportation shuttle is 4 hours and 48 minutes from where you're staying, or you can walk it. Maybe you're into walking and take you 2 days and 3 hours, right? So it gives you that. Maybe you want to do a coffee trip, a coffee specialty tour, adventure and thrills. I have been here. I've been to the Arenal volcano. It is a fantastic, experience. You can go zip lining around the volcano. Day 4, river exploration. Day 5, scenic walking, your final day adventure. Guys, you can put together this entire itinerary all on your own, thanks to artificial intelligence. Guys, listen, there is no other company in the industry right now who has this. This is proprietary to MWR Life, and what you're looking at right now is version number 1. Our second version of this is coming out in the next 2 to 3 months, where you'll be able to speak through the app, and it will pull your itinerary, it will save your hotel preferences, all kinds of great stuff. So we not only have superior pricing, we have a superior technology as well. Now, one final thing I'm going to show you before I go into some of the comp plan stuff is here. We have a luxury mall, and for some of you like me who may like to shop from time to time, I don't buy much, but when I do buy, I buy quality. We have a luxury mall. We've partnered with the luxury mall where you get luxury for less. And guys, Mother's Day just passed, Valentine's Day has passed, but it's never too late to impress your mate, right? Ladies, you can put a 7 in the chat box if you want your man to see this, okay? Never too late to impress your mate. Who doesn't love Gucci? So you can go on our website, and if your mate likes Gucci cologne, it's normally $254. We save $117. You can apply up to 25 points, and it'll take this almost down to $100. Maybe you like this Gucci handbag. Look at this. Average retail on that Gucci handbag is $3,700. We get it for $1,400 less, and you can still apply $273 points towards this, and it will knock this down to just over $2,000, guys. And you can shop to your heart's desire to find out some of the discounts that are available in our luxury mall. So guys, look, there's a lot of value in this membership. I didn't even go over the ground transportation. I didn't even go over with you the luxury stays. Maybe you want to stay at an Airbnb, a luxury Airbnb type property or a villa for 6 or 7 days with a group. We have access to all of that and more. This is just the tip of the iceberg. So what I've shown you so far should be enough just to get you excited. If you're somewhat excited, I'm not saying even all the way excited, but if you're somewhat excited about what you've seen with the travel membership, please put a 5 in the chat box. If you're somewhat, you know what, this just makes sense. I travel anyway. So put a 5 in the chat box if you appreciate the fact that, look, I can save money on my travel. I got artificial intelligence from a timing perspective, guys. In terms of the economics of it all, I love the fact also that this company has crypto in and crypto out. Do you understand that 80% of people in third world countries are unbanked? That doesn't mean they're necessarily poor. It just means that their financial systems are not as sophisticated as ours. And so what do? They use cryptocurrency. This is the only travel membership club in the world that allows you to enroll using cryptocurrency. And watch this, Mr. Iverson, can I get paid in cryptocurrency? Yes, you can. You can get paid in USDT, a stable coin. So if you want crypto in and crypto, guys, we have all of the bases covered. So if this makes sense for you now, it may make dollars for you later. Let me walk you through some of the highlights of the compensation plan. I'm going to share my screen and I'm going to walk through some of the highlights of the compensation plan. And this is very simple, but it is, let me go to the right tab here. There we go. All right. Let's start here. And I am a big believer in being a product of the product. That's why I love travel. I travel anyway, right? And watch this. Because I am now, at least in the United States, I have a business. I have a travel business. So I can write off a portion of my travel on my taxes because I needed a mental health and wellness break, maybe a couple of months ago. Okay. One moment, guys. I needed a mental health and wellness break. My daughter's calling. Hey, love, I'm doing a Zoom. I'll call you right back. Okay. My daughter, she's in the first year of law school, so she's checking on her dad. But I wanted to get away. I live in Atlanta, Georgia, where it's typically warm, but a cold front came through. I needed to get to some warm weather and a beach. So I found this property in Panama City Beach, Florida. Okay. And this was the view from my room. It was a new property. I found this on our website. I could literally walk across the street to the beach. And as you can see, guys, that was my sunset. I would put my headphones on and I would put on some jazz and I would just take a break, getting some of those, vitamins of the air, those positive neutrons that are, that are the vitamins of the air, just re-energizing my system. This is a video of the pier at, in the evening. I had a great dinner across the street and listened to a band and I walked. Guys, listen, sometimes you just need an escape. I used to represent players for the Toronto Argonauts and the Calgary Stampeders. It's cold in Canada, like unnaturally cold. Like humans shouldn't live like this. It's cold in Canada. So I can understand if some of you all need some of this warm weather and these beachfront scenes, right, guys? I get it. So I went to our website and here was what I found. I went to Expedia and Expedia had this same property and on their website, for $501, I stayed at the same property, same beach, same room, same amenities, $307, guys. This was something Spencer Iverson was going to do. It's going to do anyway. I saved $200 real dollars, money that I could spend on a tea time playing golf, money I could spend towards one of my dinners that I enjoyed that evening. I wanted to take another trip. I was going to Puerto Vallarta in Mexico, one of my favorite places in the world. I was staying at this 5-star Crystal Grand Puerto Vallarta all-inclusive resort, $766 on, I think this was, on booking.com, $389, almost $400 of savings on a trip I was going to take anyway. That's why I started off, guys, earlier by saying, you couldn't sell me MWR Life. I'm traveling anyway. So you win either way. And one of the hallmarks of a great opportunity is when you have a product or service that is broad-based. In the United States, we have companies like Avon and Mary Kay. No disrespect to those companies at all, but by the very nature of the product and service being offered, you have eliminated about 50% of the population, namely who? Namely men. You don't find a lot of men doing Mary Kay and Avon in the United States. Can't speak for Canada, but in the United States, we don't have a lot of men. There's nothing wrong with that. But if I really want to make a lot of money or increase the likelihood of a lot of people participating in my program, the product has to be as universal as possible. Travel is not a black product. It's not a white product. It's not North American. It's not Canadian. It's not American. It's not old or young. It's travel. It's vanilla. Travel goes with anything. I was sharing this with Walter earlier today. Mr. Iverson, I'm in another program. I do cosmetics. Mr. Iverson, I'm in another program. I do healthy beverages. Mr. Iverson, I'm in another program. I do trading. Fantastic. Travel goes with everything. You're doing your cosmetics and you're doing great in your cosmetics. You're going to the conventions and conferences. You're getting the bonuses and you want to take a break and do what? You want to travel. This allows you to save on the travel you're going to do anyway. You're selling healthy beverages or you're selling, you're trading, you're getting your returns on your trading. Oh, honey, we can finally take our dream vacation, right? So guys, this doesn't compete with what you're doing. So I tell people all the time, that's just a rebuttal sometimes people like to throw. This is not something you have to get on stage for and promote if you don't like, right? Now, how do you get started? Well, this was another one. I stayed in Orlando. I went to a golf tournament. It was $453 on Expedia. I paid $347. When I go and play on golf tournaments, I'm not looking to stay at fancy hotels. I'm trying to save as much money as possible. So when I win, and I win a lot, more of my money, it keeps me in profit mode on my expenses, right? How do you get started? How do you get started, guys? Well, you can enroll as a customer for $20. 20 US dollars, you can enroll as a customer, Mr. Iverson. I like it, but all I want to do is save on my travel. We have a customer program where it's $20 up front, $20 a month, and you can enjoy many of the benefits from the Travel Advantage product. Now, let me be honest, you won't get the maximum savings. You won't get everything that's available back there, but you will have a great experience as a member, as a customer for $20 up front, $20 a month. For those of you who really like the package membership and you want to also take advantage of building a team, we have the Elite Travel Advantage, which is a one-time $338. That's $239, and your $119.97 monthly membership fee is billed up front, bringing it to $338. You get access to over 2 million travel deals, unlimited access to the portal, 120 loyalty points per month. I'm gonna pause real quick. Remember, you saw on my site over 2,000 loyalty points. Watch how this works. Your monthly, let's just call it 120 to make the math easy. $120 a month is your membership fee. But here's the thing. When you enroll in MWR Life, every month that you pay your 120 per month, the company credits you 120 loyalty points, which you get credit for dollar for dollar. So it's 120 in, 120 out. I love that. And after 12 months, guess what? You can use 100% of your loyalty points towards any life experience trip that you see back there. Maybe you want to go to the Maldives, Bora Bora. I'm going to Bali in August. I can use 100%. Now, you don't even have to wait a whole year to use those loyalty rewards points. And then you get 50 guest passes upon enrollment and 20 free guest passes every month. What's a guest pass? Someone enrolls as a member. You say you enroll as a member, but you have someone who wants to kick the tires and do some searches and see how much they could really save. You can send them a guest pass and they get a 48-hour experience with your membership to see how it could possibly work for them. Here's the biggest value. Here's the most popular package. It's called the Turbo Add-on. It's a one-time $588. It's $249, and with the Turbo upgrade brings it to $588. And here's what you get. You instantly earn, it's the $239 plus the $249 Turbo upgrade, bringing it $588. You earn an additional 250 loyalty points. So in essence, you're adding a Turbo, but they're giving you $250 credit in loyalty points in your back office. So it's almost an even exchange. And here's the other thing. You get double the monthly loyalty rewards. So you're paying $120 a month, investing that in your membership, but you're getting 240 loyalty points, dollars, back every single month. That's how I got to 2,100 loyalty points, $2,100 as quickly as I have. I'm getting 240 every 30 days. 1,500 guest passes, you get the maximum experience in the back office for your membership. How can you make some money in this project? Let me show you very quickly how you can. Remember that $20 customer project program I told you? When you enroll someone as a customer for $20, we pay you $20. We pay you $20. Very simple. When you enroll someone at the Elite package, the $338, we're going to pay you a member bonus of $40. When you enroll someone at the Turbo, we're going to pay you $80. And there's no limit to how many you can earn. You can earn those as quickly as you like. We have a fast start bonus. We reward the right conduct. This is like a launch call. This is the best way to launch a business that Walter and Sean are doing, like Kathy has done. You invite a lot of people, you have someone come on and explain this in mass, and we do that over and over and over again. I'm glad this is being recorded because some of you can use this as your launch call. But here's how our fast start bonus works. The moment you enroll, the clock starts, and in your back office, you'll see a 7-day countdown clock. In your first 7 days, if you enroll someone at the Elite or Turbo package as a new member, you're going to earn a $150 fast start bonus. But here's the thing. Once you do that, the clock resets and gives you another 7 days to get 2 more people and earn another 150. And when you do that, it gives you 7 more days, 1 more time to get 2 more people for a total of $450. Mr. Iverson, what if I do it faster than that? I signed up, I don't know, 10 people in 10 minutes. I mean, so you can earn the 450. You don't have to wait 21 days. You can do it all in your first 7 days. But if you need that time to get your first 2 in 7 days, clock resets, so you can earn $450 in bonuses, guys, as early as tonight. Okay. Membership residuals. One of the things I fell in love with the home-based business space was residual income, right? As your team grows, this is a dual team compensation plan. All that means is you got one team on your left and one team on your right. Everything flows. That's why tonight's call is so important, because Walter just got started. Walter's top 2 positions, his top 2 spots are available. And so there's only 2 ways to go. You either go under someone on the left or under someone on the right. So the sooner someone gets in, the sooner someone can fall under you. And guess what? You will get credit as if that person was recruited by you towards your membership count, right? So your team grows, your personal enrollment tree grows to from 10 to 25 members. That's an extra 10% added to your monthly residuals. 26 to 50, 15%, 51 to 100, 20%, 100 members plus up to more than 25% added to your residual income. How do you rank up? I'm going to show you, for those of you who have a concern about the $119.97 monthly membership fee, let me show you how to make that no longer a concern. Okay. Here's how you rank up. You move from where you are now as a VIP member or turbo member to silver by having a team of 3. Now, you may have enrolled 1 person and that 1 person got 2. You now have a team of 3. That's your personal enrollment tree. Congratulations, you're a silver. Your personal enrollment tree goes to 12. Maybe you only personally enrolled 4 and each of those got 3. You have a team of 12. You're now a gold. That's going to unlock more benefits and more money. I'll show you that in just a second. Your team grows to 30 and you're a platinum. Maybe you signed up 10 and each of them got 3. You've got a team of 30. You now are a platinum and you're earning more residual on a daily basis. You got more benefits. After that, this is when the dual team kicks in. This is when that other leg of business that can be growing without you, usually in a dual team, you have one leg that just kind of takes off. Well, when you have 30 on one side and 30 on the other, you're a titanium. 59 on one side and 59 on the other, you're a jade. And again, you'll see what that means in a moment. These are our builder bonuses. We have member bonuses and builder bonuses. Here's how the builder bonuses work. Let's say I'm a diamond. And I went too far. Let's say I'm a diamond. And as a diamond, if Spencer Iverson enrolls someone at on a turbo package personally, I'm going to make a $160 builder bonus, just like that. But here's the cool thing. Let's say Sean is a silver. I personally enrolled Sean. Sean is a silver. Sean enrolls someone at the turbo package. Sean is going to earn $20. But because I enrolled Sean and I'm at the level of diamond, I earned the difference between 160 and 20. I'm going to earn $140 on the person Sean signed up at the turbo package. When you look at the compensation plan and you see that Ilyan is earning, $300,000 plus a month, 70% of his income comes from this right here. He is the first triple diamond in the company. And he's got activity happening all over the world, and he's personally enrolled a lot of folks. So those differentials are kicking in every second, every minute of every single day. We have a boost bonus that once you hit the level of gold or platinum in the company, every time your team adds 6 new gold members during a pay period, a week's pay period, you're going to earn a $600 bonus. Every time you have someone as a platinum who enrolls every time your team grows by 12 new platinums inside of the 1 week pay period, that's an extra $1,200 bonus that you're going to earn. Guys, it just keeps on coming. Now, I told you I was going to show you how that 119.97 could no longer be a concern. Here's how that happens. Just personally introduce and enroll three people in your life who want to save money on their travel. They come in at the elite or the turbo package. That is going to earn you every day $4 of daily residual income, and you're credited every day. You'll see it happening in your back office. It will grow from 4 to 8 to 12. There's a running total. The average month has 30 days in it. $4 per day times 30 days a month is $120 of residual income you're earning. So you don't even have to worry now about the 119. Our pay system is set up to where it will first look at your e-wallet before it looks at your debit card or credit card that's on file. And when you have $120 in your e-wallet, it will take your monthly membership from your e-wallet versus your credit or debit card. So if that's a concern, very few people travel by themselves. Tell 3 girlfriends, get your golf buddies. Hey, look, we're going to save money on our travel. Get this membership package. Get them started. Guys, you no longer have to worry about that. But let's look and see how quickly this can grow. Your team grows to 12 and you're a gold member. You're earning $10 a day of daily residual income, and it pays every week, guys. Every Friday, you don't have to wait till the 15th of the next month for your residuals to pay. We pay our residual income every week. And you can just find a number here that gets you excited. Emerald is earning $150 a day. Some of you on this line have built big teams in network marketing. So you're laughing at some of these numbers. I've built a personal enrollment team of over 100,000 people. My partner and I, Floyd Williams, we hold the record. When we left YTB Travel back in the early 2000s, a company called Monavie paid us $1.3 million each just to make the move. It's the largest free agent transaction in network marketing history. We did the deal on Dallin Larson's yacht. We had a team of tens of thousands of people. So when I saw this compensation plan, I thought it was a misprint. I thought it meant 250,000 people on your left. No, it's just 250 on your left and 250. I said, in travel? And remember what I said earlier about the data that just came out today about, there are more people now in North America who are 60 and older than 16. And the conversation in the podcast was what is out there that is servicing. You're looking at it right here. What do we all want to do? We want to travel. We've got the discretionary income to take. Now, guys, listen, every trip does not have to be Bora Bora and Tahiti. There are some places in Alberta you have not visited. There are beautiful spots in Toronto, in Vancouver, in Ottawa that you haven't been to. So, guys, look, you can use this for do a staycation. Find a nice hotel where you stay and take your boo out to a nice dinner in a nice hotel. Trust me. You'll get a lot of brownie points. So I've heard if you do that, right? Anyway, that's how our residual income works, guys. As your team grows, you get daily residual income. We got a presidential bonus that kicks in as a presidential club member just at the rank of titanium, which is not a lot of people. You get an additional 20% of residual income on the leg that you're not building, on the leg that is growing by itself. We got a car bonus. Guys, we have a car bonus that will pay you $500 per month towards the BMW, Mercedes, or Audi of your choice, with just 300 points in your personal enrollment tree. If you want to know and kind of get a sense of the quality of the events that this company does, guys, just take a look at this brief clip where you can kind of see, guys, listen, this company is big everywhere, just not in North America yet. We had our first live event. I believe Kathy Carlson was there in, this was in Dallas, Texas in February. Guys, it was a huge sold out event. And this is the energy that's happening all over the world, in Russia, in Brazil, in Portugal, in Mexico, in Kazakhstan, in India, Morocco, all over the world. And now it has been live for February, January, March, April, May. It's now only been live officially for 90 days in North America. Guys, this is a fantastic opportunity to plant your flag and grow something that everybody uses, travel, it's the world's largest industry, and spread your wings as fast as you would like. Guys, listen, I know a lot of you like the toys. I know a lot of you like the recognition. I do too. When you hit the level of platinum, you're going to get a $300 life experience voucher that you can apply to any trip of your choice. Jade, there's a presidential retreat, all expenses paid that they give you. When you hit Ruby, there's the Miami CEO experience where you get an all expenses paid trip to Miami and $2,000 to spend along the way. When you hit Diamond, $15,000 cash, triple diamond, $25,000, black diamond, luxury car, royal, double royal, triple royal, you get a supercar of your choice. You know, you can hit black royal and they'll get you $1 million dream home. Guys, listen, all kinds of great stuff for recognition. Maybe you're into watches, guys. Listen, there's all kind of trinkets and toys. It's a real company, guys. You're listening to someone whose job it was for 90 days to look under the hood of this company and see what was broken, see what needed to be fixed. And so for me to be sharing this with you is unique because I tried to find where all of the creases were. I tried to find where all the problems were. And when I concluded my 90 days of consulting for this company, I had to get a position. My own company couldn't beat it. And so it's a part of it. Kathy tells you it's the only product that I endorse in my masterclass. My masterclass is about personal development and leadership development, helping the average person go from good to great. I've got attorneys, doctors, CEOs, musicians, professional athletes. It's America's fastest growing personal development masterclass. I will give you just a quick commercial about it. The key to success in any aspect of your life, particularly in a home-based business space, is personal self-development. I've seen leaders jumping from deal to deal to deal to deal, but they never find a coach. They never find a mentor. They don't get the right guidance as to how to become great. And it just becomes another notch on their proverbial belt. Get in contact with Sean or Kathy or even Walter, and I can tell you more about that. But guys, let's wrap it up with this. Look at this compensation plan overview, guys. Just find a number over here. Find a number over here that makes sense to you, that you like, right? You know, if you're trying to make $18,000 a month of residual income, guys, look, build a team of 500 on the left and 500 on the right. I've had people do that in businesses in 15 days. The last travel company I was in that I actually built with Jonathan Green, we put in 2,100 people in 22 days. So when I saw some of these numbers, I'm like, wait a minute, you guys are going to, and these are low end numbers, right? Ilya Eptimov is a triple diamond. And it shows here that his expected income should be $90,000 a month. He does over $300,000 routinely. This is about a multiple of 2 or 3 off, right? But we'd much rather be safe than sorry. Under promise, over deliver. So guys, listen, that's it. Like I said, guys, I hold myself out as an international expert in this space. I have coached and mentored more than 15 people to millionaire status in this industry. I've coached and mentored more than 15 people to own their own company. So I know a little bit about what I'm talking about. And I am excited about Walter being involved now. I am thrilled about my brother Sean Horner and what's happening for his life, his business. I'm thrilled to be working with Kathy Carlson and seeing what's happening with her and her son through the wonderful industry of travel. And I can't wait to work also with some of you. I'm going to throw it back to Sean and Walter. If you'd like to give, I'll take 4 or 5 questions from anyone. Guys, nothing is off limits. I'll do my best. If I don't know, I'll tell you. But I'd love to entertain any questions. There's a lot more to the program, but you know enough now to determine whether or not you want to get started with Walter, and let's run this race as fast as possible. Okay, Walter, I'll throw it back to you.
Hey, thank you. That was a great presentation. Appreciate your time there, Spencer. You did great. I hope you enjoyed the call and hope you learned a lot. Please get back to the individual that invited you to this call, or get back to the individual that gave you this video. That person cares about you and wants you to be successful and happy. Have a great night. Till next time.